The following is a conversation with the benevolent and the malevolent leader, the Emperor, CEO of Pfizer. Only they possess the truth. The choice of questions I ask in this conversation, it is only due to pressure, fear. Here's my conversation with the Emperor of the benevolent and the malevolent leader, CEO of Pfizer. A lot of people, me included, look to these mainstream channels of news for kind of authority of like what the heck's going on in the world. And if Pfizer is sponsoring many of these shows, there's a worry that it would influence what they're talking about because they're afraid of losing the sponsorship. Do you worry about this?
I think people could go one way or another because of multiple reasons. From our perspective, I don't think we have aggressive marketing. What we do, we go on TV and we are having ads about our products, and they are highly regulated. I think it is the right of people to know, to learn that if there is a product like that. It's very clearly that we cannot say things that they are off-label, that have not been approved. We need to have, every time we go on TV, as you know, FDA is forcing us to say also the bad things that can happen for medicine. Sometimes that takes more time than the good things. And I don't think that we are doing aggressive marketing. Now, people could be influenced and can be biased in the podcasts or in the other type of media activities that they have for multiple different reasons.
Yeah, I know, but it's pressure. It's human nature. I mean, there's implied pressure sometimes. And I worry about that a lot because
you need to know that we are so careful with sponsorships. First of all, we have very few, very, very few. We have a team that for every single one could be $2,000. They will try to see if there is a conflict of interest in the way we do it, and also what is the reputation of the persons or the programs that we are sponsoring. So I don't think our friend, I think, was from Texas.
Joe Rogan, yes.
Yes. I don't think he got it right that we do those type of things. We don't.
Like having a negative effect.
Not even having aggressive sponsorships. We have very few.
Yeah, when you clip them all.
And most of the sponsorship that we have, it is more on patient-related organizations,
right,
rather than we are very careful not to sponsor other things that can be perceived, not even influenced, but perceived that we may influence. So we are very, very careful on that. This is not the case with us.
Vaccines have saved hundreds of millions of lives in the past century, and in general, the advance of medicine has saved billions of lives. If you ignore the power of science, you're not being honest with the lessons of history. And if you ignore the corrupting nature of power and money within institutions, including governments and companies, that led to the suffering and death of hundreds of millions in the past century, you are once again not being honest with the lessons of history.